Well, Mama said there would be days like this one, and that's what happened on Saturday. You really don't want to hear about it, don't really want to talk about it, but we have to because we have a time slot every week on this TV station. So we're going to do that as the Vols try to move on from the debacle at Missouri. This is the Volunteer Club Locker Room powered by Spyre Sports. So the good news is that we have adjusted. Our players in the studio tonight will be basketball players. That was a quick adjustment. Mark Packer along with Chris Brown, Jason Swain. Jason's all puckered up down there on the end, so I'm going to let you get started. How'd it feel down there on the sideline?
Tennessee beat Wisconsin 50 by 10. It was great, man. Dalton Knecht had 24 points.
80-70. Vols are rolling. Top 10 basketball program in the country.
That was good. Great game this weekend between Tennessee and Wisconsin.
They all jumped at the same time in pregame.
Yeah, one fly, we all fly.
It was incredible. When one jumped, they all jumped.
Yeah.
That kind of synchronization did not happen, though, at Missouri. So
no, it did not.
Let's
remember
focus.
that football game you were at last night?
By the way, Dalton Knecht and Jahmai Mashack will both be in studio tonight, so we'll have them join us in a bit. Okay, here we go. Key takeaways. What jumps out and grabs you on this, Chris Brown?
Those rushing yards. When we don't run the football, we don't win. And look, there was no urgency. There was nothing. I mean, 23 rushes for 83 yards, that 200 plus. Jason's pointing at something. Talk to me.
11 for 17 on third down. Missouri took up the entire first quarter. We had 3 plays.
19-play drive.
Yeah.
We had 3 plays in the first quarter. Their third down conversions ate up the clock.
They're critical.
And made us press on offense. It made every play mean so much, and we just could not get things going. They did what they wanted to do in the past. Brady Cook was able to rush outside the pocket. I mean, we had them backed up at their own 1-yard line. And on third down, he picks it up with his legs. I mean, that was kind of the story of the day. It was either him or Schrader. It was a two-headed monster for Missouri.
You know, we talked prior to this about Schrader. I mean, this guy had 75 yards in 9 games receiving prior to our game, and he comes out and does what he does. I mean, to rush for over 200, receive for over 100. I mean, we had a rough day, and there was just no sense of urgency. Our guys just came out flat. Obviously, we got the turnover early, but it was a tough day for us.
Let me ask you this. For both of you guys, for when you played, was there a game that you think back on in your career, and I'm talking slow so you'll have time to think because I know Jason's slow anyway, was there a game that you knew in the pregame or right as the game started, man, we are flat?
No, not in the pregame.
When did you figure it out? When would you figure out you're flat like Saturday? Because that team was flat. I even fell asleep watching the game.
2006 Arkansas, we were flat.
Yes.
And game day went to Arkansas for the first time in program history.
And they were jacked.
It was cold.
And they were jacked up, and they were ready to go.
Yeah.
And that was a beatdown from the beginning. We had a backup quarterback in.
Coming off a loss to LSU.
Yeah,
I mean, we had some trouble that week with practice. So going there, I remember that they were running the Wildcat or whatever they did.
That was
that McFadden?
Yeah, that was
McFadden, Felix Jones, Malik Munkett, wide receiver,
and Peyton Hillis.
Yeah, that was the.
Yeah. Is that punt return dude that had like the greatest punt return?
No.
Different one.
That was not us.
Yeah.
No, we got beat differently.
Trying to throw us under the bus.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad.
So I guess my point is why does that happen? How does the whole team come out flat? The whole team.
Guys, at the end of the day, it comes down to leadership.
That's the key.
If you want to win on the road, that's what it comes down to. Leadership, maturity, and when you don't have it, it shows. And you can pretend like you have it.
Yeah.
And you can fool some people.
Yeah.
You can win at home. And,
sure.
You can beat Kentucky because Kentucky's not that good. But when you go on the road and you lose the way you lost to Florida, when you lose the way you lost to South Carolina last year.
It's a bigger problem than just one game.
And in Missouri, it reflects on leadership at the end of the day.
And I think you said it, we talked. Playing at Missouri is not like playing at the Swamp. It's not like playing in tough places. That's a place where you're supposed to go and you're supposed to win the game. And leadership is key. Leadership it's tough. It's tough when times get tough. Someone has to go there and someone has to step up and someone has to be vocal about it. And unfortunately, we just haven't had that moment and that person step up and be vocal.
The third quarter, to open the third quarter, there was a true sophomore addressing the entire team. Which, hey, that's great that you have someone young that's stepping up.
But that's the wrong dude.
But on the other
100%.
hand, it makes you kind of question why is a true sophomore the one addressing the entire team in that situation. So, I mean, it really goes back to leadership when it comes to losing the way that you lost on the road. I wish I can point to something else, but if you have that, you don't have a whole entire game playing lethargic the way they did.
I'm going to lose all credibility. I really don't have much left. I mean, I think
I'm about to say, you already negative.
Where is it?
It left a long time
got a
ago.
notepad
Okay, I was
somewhere.
fine with Swain getting on me, but Chris, I'm disappointed in you jumping on too.
Get it.
Okay, all right. So here we go. I said to my wife about 2 weeks ago, I said, I got one of those bold predictions. Tennessee gets drilled at Missouri and comes back home and beats Georgia.
I mean,
Now, they ought to fire me. The problem is I own the company and the shows I'd have to fire myself. But still, I mean,
here's the thought. It's a home game. Someone's got to give, right? Georgia's won 23,
They've already won the
24
East.
straight games.
Y'all see
They're
Georgia,
up.
Y'all see Georgia play yesterday?
I saw Georgia play yesterday. They were
I
mad.
saw it too,
They
but
were
teams
angry.
don't always stay at that level. You're up at this level, and then sometimes you're flat. We just saw that.
Well, the issue is if you're going to beat Georgia, you got to have some big plays on the outside, wide receiver, explosive plays. You're not going to be able just to manhandle Georgia for 60
Right.
minutes.
Yeah.
Dinking and dunking and running the football at will. That's hard to do. But Tennessee is really, really light with wide receiver, and then
banged up.
Dante Thornton got injured, and so that's going to be really, really tough to do. You're going to have some Cody Schrader type of performances, I think, from guys to be able to beat Georgia at home.
All right. I'm going to show you the QR code as we go to break. Invite you to support the initiative that is. That's the QR code. You can scan it, be a member of the volunteer club. By the way, they're going to have a great tailgate before the game, the Georgia game on Saturday. You join the club and you get free admission to that as part of your membership. So scan the code and be a member. We've got 2 basketball. We started the show by saying Vols got a huge win over Wisconsin the other night. We'll talk to the basketball guys in a few minutes. And also, would you really want to be paid $77 million to just leave the building and don't coach?
Yes.
We'll talk about that
Please.
when we
Yes.
come back on the Volunteer Club Locker Room, powered by Spyre Sports. Nobody's paying you that kind of money.
Fire me right now, Mark.
The Volunteer Club Locker Room is brought to you by the Volunteer Club. Real Vol fans are members of the Volunteer Club. Food City, Exterior Home Solutions, Lincoln Memorial University, Glass Doctor, and Garza Law.
Attention shoppers, don't forget to ask our certified butchers for great recipe tips.
This is an authentic butcher shop, where meat is hand-cut in-store, beef is ground fresh daily, and expert advice from a certified butcher is always free of charge.
Free advice? That's what I call value. The quality I crave, the value I count on.
Nobody does food like Food City.
Abraham Lincoln knew the power of an open door. He invited the public into the White House throughout his presidency because he understood open doors lead to new possibilities, new opportunities, and new discoveries. At LMU, our mission is to open doors for every student who comes here, so they can become everything they're meant to be. Come discover how we can open doors for you.
You know, life happens, and damage to your home can be extremely stressful. That's why it's important to find someone who offers efficient, quality work with financing options. Exterior Home Solutions, they value not only family, but community. And they're who I call when life happens, and you should too.
Reach for the power with Dynabody Fitness. New Dynabody equipment is manufactured right here in Tennessee and shipped all over the country. Custom built, rugged, and guaranteed for life. Visit Dynabody.com and experience the difference.
I'm Coach Josh Heupel with Tyler and Will from the Sports Animal.
For UT Info in the afternoon, no one does it like 99.1.
From Josh and Swain through Tyler and Will, you're blanketed in orange.
No one covers the Vols like 99.1, the Sports Animal.
Your roof, it's the most important protection against nature for your home or your business. That's why I trust the experts at Exterior Home Solutions.
Play of the game, the kickoff in Missouri kick. No, okay, here we go. It was the fumble right before halftime. You know, Tennessee's rolling. They're doing fine. Fumble the football, just one of those mistakes down right there at the 20. Swain's over here just grimacing. Did we choose right?
That sucked the life out of the
That was it.
out of the building. I mean, that was it. That play was huge.
Yeah.
Right before the half. I mean, driving the ball, Joe made a good play to kind of dink it down to Jalen Wright. And
see, most times when I send out the text, it says what the player is or the play. Then Swain will respond back and go, "That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard of." So I just feel good when he agrees.
Good job.
Okay,
Good
so
job this week.
there was big news today, if you will. I don't know if it's shocking news that Texas A&M firing head football coach Jimbo Fisher. The good news is they hung around a couple extra years. They thought about firing him a year or so ago, and his buyout would have been $90 million. It was only $77 million. The buyout to tell the dude that's what it's worth to us for you not to coach us again. Here's my question to the two of you. What does this say about where we are in college athletics today, of the money being thrown out there, NIL, all of this $77 million?
It's chump change. I mean,
what?
They don't care. Their board of regents, literally, they were paying him. They'll make him go away. I mean, it sucks where it is, but unfortunately, they truly want who they want. They're going to pay him $77 million. They got afraid LSU was going to take him a couple years ago, so they went and locked him down. It is what it is. They don't care. It's literally chump change.
Texas A&M tore their stadium down a couple years ago and built a brand new one. Who does that? Billionaires do that.
Yeah.
That look at $75 million.
Oil money.
It's chump change. Now, the question I have that's more important than
let's come back to reality, please.
So the question I have is, who's getting in that transfer portal from Texas A&M? That's the question I want to know.
Yeah, and I mean, obviously we know one guy from Powell High School that went to Texas A&M who wanted to come for unofficial visits in a limo.
Good players down there.
So we'll see what happens. But there's some great players. Do they all hit the portal?
Let's hope so. I mean, let's hope not.
That was let's hope so.
Let's hope not. That would be bad.
So who's next? Mississippi State? Arkansas?
Arkansas. Sam Pittman's in trouble.
Sam
for
Pittman,
sure.
he should be.
Yeah, he's in trouble.
They don't like to lose down there. They want to win. They want to compete at least. And
Just
unfortunately, they haven't been competing.
It's just the state of college athletics. I got about a minute before we're going to bring the basketball guys in and all get happy and smile because of what they're doing. And
winning.
Yeah, they're winning. But I mean, the state of the NIL dollars thrown out there, the buyout dollars thrown out there. People want to have happy Saturdays that much.
I mean, Michigan State paid Mel Tucker to go away. I mean, or didn't pay him. They paid him that money. So they're locking people up that hadn't won games, and unfortunately, for coaches now, I mean that's the game, man. You go and you get the bag, and unfortunately, agents are negotiating stuff and making it happen.
They don't keep doing buyouts like that. I mean, at some point in time, somebody's got to wise up and just say, do they have to do it to get these guys to go there?
I think you have to.
Absolutely. I mean, TV money is crazy. The price tag is only going up.
$77 million. Okay, let's get happy. Let's talk basketball. Dalton, Knecht is here. Jahmai Mashack is here. Jahmai, I'll say this because as a returning guy off a team from last year, you look around and you see the talent on this team. How much talent do you guys have? Because it looks like it's just kind of through the stratosphere.
We have a lot of talent. We have a very deep roster. I think from the last couple of years, we've had good teams, good players, but to have the depth that we've had, especially at the guard position, you can really put in any lineup and we'll come out and it'll be the same energy from the start of the game to the end. So having that depth and having guys who can play multiple positions, multiple roles, and score the ball, defend, is gonna take us far at the end.
You know, Dalton, you've been a natural scorer, and obviously you've come here and we've seen what you can do early in the games. How's it been coming in to Coach Barnes' staff? I know you're a fan of Kevin Durant, but how's it been playing for Coach Barnes and kind of interjecting yourself into this lineup?
Yeah, it's been real fun. I mean, getting coached by one of the greats and a Hall of Fame coach, pushing you every single day as well as the team. He's nonstop every single day on all of us. So we all know it's out of love, and it's only to push us to be that much better.
All right, so we'll take a break right here. Human highlight film that he is, but we'll visit with Jahmai Mashack coming up next and Dalton Knecht here on the Volunteer Club Locker Room powered by Spyre Sports.
The Volunteer Club Locker Room is brought to you by Ted Russell Ford, KOC, the official orthopedic partner of University of Tennessee Athletics, Better Mattress, Commercial Bank, Pilot, and KnoxvilleSmiles.com.
You know, life happens, and damage to your home can be extremely stressful. That's why it's important to find someone who offers efficient, quality work with financing options. Exterior Home Solutions, they value not only family, but community. and they're who I call when life happens, and you should too.
At Typical Insurance, you're just another senior.
That is the third health insurance commercial with seniors at a farmer's market.
Right? Don't get me wrong, I love a fresh heirloom, but it's like those companies think we're all the same.
That's why I chose Humana. Before I signed up, I spoke to someone who actually listened to what I needed. She told me about benefits that were right for me, like vision and dental, all in my budget. I'm finally feeling control. What are you doing?
Taking control.
Humana, a more human way to healthcare.
I'm an owner.
I am an owner.
I'm an owner. And we're locally owned.
Gray Hodges has been serving the Knoxville area with quality craft-made cabinetry for over 7 decades now. Craft-Made manufactures high-quality kitchen and bath cabinets in a wide variety of finishes with modern and traditional styles to choose from. Visit one of our 4 locations and let a Gray Hodges owner show you the perfect craft-made design to fit your needs. Gray Hodges. Employee-owned, service perfect.
Matlock Tire Service and Auto Repair is proud to be celebrating 70 years of serving East Tennessee. That's 70 years of old-school customer service, trustworthy auto repair, and of course, great deals on tires. Each one of our 5 convenient East Tennessee locations feature family-friendly waiting areas, and you can schedule appointments and search for tires right on our website at matlocktireservice.com. Modern convenience, hometown values. For 70 years and counting, Matlock Tire Service and Auto Repair.
When you're 6'4" and 320 pounds like I am, finding a mattress is a challenge. That's why I went to Better Mattress for help. It's not about just selling big store brands. At Better Mattress, it's about making a mattress that fits the person's body type and their personal preferences. Look, after a big football game, this body is tired and sore. I have to have a mattress that helps me rest and rejuvenate. Big O and Better Mattress. Good night, just got better.
Your roof, it's the most important protection against nature for your home or your business. That's why I trust the experts at Exterior Home Solutions.
Food City Player Perspective time, and this always happens every year. You know, when the football team kind of something happens, everybody goes, well, we got basketball. And what a time to say that after the way the Vols looked Friday night at Wisconsin.
We're excited about basketball season. We got a big game coming up on Monday night, so we're going to throw it over to Jason for the Food City Player Perspective.
Heck yeah, I'm excited to talk to these guys. A lot of hype right now. I saw Seth Greenberg, ESPN, picks Tennessee to win the national championship. How do you guys handle those type of expectations early in the season?
I mean, for me, I think it's just staying focused, taking it one game at a time. I think it's important that we do that. We have a lot of hype with this team. You know, I think people know that we're good, but to stay, connected with each other, to know that it's going to take one game at a time. We're going to have some ups and downs. It's not always going to be roses. So just taking that perspective and just moving on from game to game is going to be important for us, and trying to get better. And at the end, when we're holding the trophy, it'll all come together.
Dalton, you had the wrap around at midcourt, the dunk, the finish against Michigan State. How many text messages did you have after the game when you checked your phone?
I'd say probably, my phone the whole entire night, I had over about 450 text messages, just text messages.
Oh my goodness.
It was crazy.
Walk us through your first day on campus. I know recruiting is one thing. We all go through it. Everyone tells you everything you want to hear. But walk us through the first day of practice and kind of how you reacted to being here the first day.
I fell in love with it right away. Everybody was straight competitive from the first time we stepped on the floor. And then Coach was relentless, which is always a good thing because, that means he cares. So it was just right when I got on campus, you just felt something special here.
Mashack, when you are in the stands, so you're guarding the ball, the opposing team's point guard, when do you know, you got him? When do you know? Because, you play some really great on-ball defense. When did you know that he's in trouble?
You kind of see it in their eyes, when they're panning the court a lot, when they're not going to their go-to moves as much, when they're trying to back me down more often than not, they're swinging the ball, they're not as aggressive. You can kind of tell throughout the game that you are having a weight and an effect on that player, and it's all the mental side from there. Once I see that, that's going to give me more confidence throughout the game, and once I get that confidence at the end, it's over. By the time that that shot clock or that game clock's winding down, I'm locked in.
I saw where Coach Barnes said he was a little shocked at how you competed defensively against Michigan State. No one's shocked about how you get down offensively. Were you shocked a little bit in yourself with your defensive play against Michigan State in the early game?
I'd say no. I mean, I'm just confident, like, right when I step on the court, that I know that my teammates got my back and I got their back, so I wasn't kind of surprised, and it was just a good team effort all around.
A lot of talent, a lot of depth. How do you guys handle knowing that the minutes may be a little bit restricted versus how it was last year? How do you guys handle that?
It's going to be tough at first. Guys want to play. That's just the competitive side of it. We all want to play. But I think when we trust each other and we trust that guys are going to have their nights, Dalton's going to have their night, Z, Freddie, Santi, Joe, me, Jonas, we have guys that can come out and do what they need to do on both ends. And I think that's the biggest part of our game as a team, is that we're going to be locked in on both ends. If you put guys on DK, that means Santi's going to be open. You do the same thing, vice versa, it goes down the line. So having that depth is going to be important. Obviously, we got Jordan, too, who can come in and score. So it's going to be hard for guys to defend that. And it's going to be hard because we're going to be getting out and run. We're going to go out and be fast. And we're going to go out and get buckets and then lock you up on the other end.
I'm going to go right back to you, Jahmai. What player has impressed you the most with their improvement from last year to this year? We've seen your improvement over the last couple of years, free throws, your confidence shooting the basketball. But from last year to this year, who's a guy that really, really impressed you with their improvement from last year?
For me, I would have to say Tobe and Jonas. Those guys, I've seen them work, and I've seen them really do a lot on that's not in front of the camera. Working on their game, working on the mental side, getting in the film room. All that stuff for them is important. And I think going down the line from last year to this year, they were able to do a lot of things that impressed me as far as defense. They would go at it. Tobe, he's one of the best rebounders I've ever played with or against. So Jonas is the same way. His timing on the defensive end is amazing. But for them to carry that over on the offensive end, they've really locked in on working on their game. And I think a lot of people are going to be surprised on how much they improve. We've only played 2 games, so a lot of people are going to be surprised just how much guys have gotten better throughout the year.
Dalton, we were talking a little bit before the segment about Knoxville and how, wish you were here more than just 1 year. Walk us through kind of how you have been able to adjust to Knoxville and kind of your early impressions of Knoxville.
Yeah, it's just started going out with my teammates, just going out, trying some food spots and going out and just checking out the city. And, man, it's beautiful here. I love it here. It's a special place here.
Absolutely. Guys, this season's going to be special. A lot of winning that's in the forecast, I feel like. Great win against, not Missouri, but against Wisconsin. Yep. We look forward to seeing these two guys continue.
Hey, by the way, if y'all heard a crash in the background, just wanted you to know that it was Chris's 13-year-old daughter, Brooklyn. She plays for Concord Christian. She was taking a charge over on the set, the actual news set. She's okay, but she did get the call.
Yeah, she got the call.
She got the call.
Yeah.
All right. When we come back, keys to a possible Tennessee upset over Georgia. That's when we come back on The Locker Room.
The Volunteer Club Locker Room is brought to you by the Volunteer Club. Real Vol fans are members of the Volunteer Club. Matlock Tire, Gray Hodges, Humana, D1 Training, and Aqua Clear Water Systems.
At Glass Doctor, our trained specialists are experts at fixing foggy and cracked glass.
Looks great.
You're all set. What we can't fix is your view.
Call the Glass Doctor, we'll fix your pains. Oh, yeah.
I'm Dr. Mike Costa, Malone & Costa Dentistry. You can find us at KnoxvilleSmiles.com. I'm standing here in front of a dental robot. We're one of 2 dentists in the state of Tennessee that utilize this cutting-edge technology. Do you have a broken tooth, a tooth that's in pain, or a denture that doesn't fit well? Maybe you're a little anxious? You can come in and we offer comprehensive sedation services and utilize this awesome technology to give you precise, accurate care. If you think this technology can help you, visit our website at KnoxvilleSmiles.com. I look forward to helping you.
Knoxville is my home. I was born and raised here, and I was blessed to raise my family here. This community is one that I'm proud to live in and serve every day. At Ted Russell Ford for over 50 years, we've been Knoxville's hometown dealer. Helping our friends and neighbors own their first car or their dream car or truck has been our absolute pleasure. At Ted Russell Ford Lincoln, we will continue to serve our community because East Tennessee, you've always supported us. Thank you.
Visit us at one of our 2 locations on Parkside Drive or Kingston Pike, or online at tedrussellford.net.
Community banking is about location and much more. It's about family. We reside in your community. We are a part of your community. At Commercial Bank, our commitment extends beyond the walls of our branches. It's displayed each day in the opportunities we provide, the money we give back, and the time we commit, all to help improve the lives of the people, families, and businesses that make our communities great. Commercial Bank, life made better.
I was the star around here until Glass Doctor installed this perfect shower enclosure. Now they look at me like, well, there you go.
Call the Glass Doctor, we'll fix your paint. Oh, yeah.
Okay, if we go inside the orange with Humana, who is the player of the game in this debacle? Oh, Norman Lottie had a couple sacks. Give him some love.
Yeah, he played well. Had a couple sacks. I mean, he did a good job. I mean,
suplex right there.
Yeah, he
timely sacks.
Yeah,
timely sacks to stop drives, force field goal on one. So
yep, there you go. All right, so we've got about a minute left in this show. Georgia comes to town. Did y'all see the Vegas line on this game, by the way?
Fine.
Did you see it? Did you see it?
Yeah, 10.5.
I asked my wife. She goes, 28? I'm like, 10. What is going on? Okay, keys to a Tennessee victory, Chris.
Get back to running the football. I mean, it's going to be tough sledding. Obviously, Georgia has some big boys up there, and that's their thing is stopping the run. So we need to do that, create some pressure on their quarterback to see if he can turn the ball over, and play with some urgency, guys. Obviously, we'll be playing home. Nealon will be rocking, the stadium will be going, but we need to show that urgency to try to get this upset.
Yeah, if you're going to beat Georgia, you got to win the turnover margin, 100%. Also, guys, you got to just do your job at the end of the day. I know it sounds simple, but Missouri game, guys were unable to do their one job. And so you got to get back to do your job. In trench play, you can't let Georgia just whoop you in the trenches. Fail to step up against Mizzou, have to step up against Georgia.
We'll say it again. I said 2 weeks ago, you'd lose to Missouri badly, and then you'd shock the world and beat Georgia. I have not put the orange jacket on mothballs yet.
Good. Keep it. Just keep it in the closet. Just keep it there.
Hopefully we see it on Sunday.
I thought Jason had nothing to say. We'll see you next week right here.
Hopefully.
On the Volunteer Club Locker Room, powered by Spyre Sports. This is the Players Show. We'll see you next week.